Have you ever wondered why it seems like some people just get money from an early age, while for most of us it feels like this constant uphill battle, especially around, tax season? Today we're diving deep into something really fascinating. What rich kids learn about money by the age of 13 that most of us don't even begin to grasp until our 30s. And let me tell you, it's probably not what you think. It's not about being inherently smarter. It's about something far more fundamental: access and exposure. And stick around, because the good news is you can start learning these lessons right now. If you found this video insightful, please like and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of wealth and finance. So let's kick things off with what I think is a huge mind shift. Net worth is the real scoreboard. Imagine this. By the time they're 13, these kids aren't focused on chasing the loudest, highest-paying jobs. Nope. They understand a crucial truth that most of us miss for years. Income is loud, but net worth is quiet. They're not trained to chase a $250,000 salary. They're trained to acquire cash-flowing equity. Think about that for a second. Their life isn't about the next paycheck. It's a balance sheet. While many of us are focused on that next raise, they're thinking about how to build assets that generate income even while they sleep. Pretty different, right? This totally leads into our next point, which is assets have categories. Here's the thing. It's not like these kids are sitting around studying finance textbooks after school. What happens is they become fluent in things like private equity, multifamily real estate, operating companies, tax-free municipal bonds, and even those cool alternative assets like watches, art, and fine wine. Why? Because they're exposed to it constantly. These aren't just abstract concepts. They're literally dinner table conversations. They see these things as tangible parts of how their family builds wealth, not just academic theories. Now, this next one is a massive mindset shift for so many people. Capital preservation is greater than returns. You know that feeling when you see a hot deal and you just want to jump in and double your money fast? Well, rich kids are taught the exact opposite from a young age. They learn to never lose principle. The goal isn't to get rich quick. It's to never have to chase money again. Risk is measured, leverage is deeply understood, and they always play defense first. So while the world might be shouting YOLO, they're consistently asking, what's the downside here? They're trained to be calculated, not just excited by potential gains. And speaking of being calculated, let's talk about liquidity, control, cash flow. Rich kids learn to ask 3 critical questions about any investment. And seriously, these are questions you should start asking yourself too. Can I control it? Will it pay me while I sleep? Can I exit if I need to? These 3 questions, my friends, are what truly separate the investor from just being an employee. It's all about building systems that work for you instead of simply exchanging your time for money. Makes sense, right? This next lesson is so simple it's almost overlooked, but it's incredibly powerful. Time is their edge. It's not that these kids are smarter at 13, they simply get exposure. Think about this. A $500 per month portfolio started at 13 has exponentially more power than a $5,000 per month portfolio started at 30. Why? Compounding interest. Time isn't just money, it's dominance when it comes to building serious wealth. They literally have decades of compounding working in their favor before most of us even start investing seriously. It's almost unfair, but it's the truth. And how do they handle all this? It comes down to lesson 6, emotional control with capital. They watch their parents consistently say no to hot deals. They see them pass on seemingly incredible 12% returns, and they constantly hear questions like, what's the downside? They are literally trained not to get excited about potential gains, but to be calculated about potential risks. This ability to detach emotion from financial decisions is a total superpower. The richest people don't necessarily feel less, they just let logic lead and emotion follow. It's a discipline. And finally, and perhaps most importantly, their environment is a classroom. They don't just take a finance course in school. No, they're sitting in on pitch meetings. They're hearing about tax strategy at lunch. They're watching real estate walkthroughs on weekends. The rich don't just teach money, they live it in front of their kids. Money discussions aren't some taboo subject. They're an everyday part of life. While many of us were told, just save, they were talking about assets at the dinner table. It's a completely different upbringing. So what's the big takeaway from all of this for you and me? It's not about your age, it's about access. You didn't learn these lessons late. You simply weren't in the room. But here's the truly awesome news. Now you are. This information is now right here, accessible to you. If you want to start playing the wealth game effectively, it's time to detach your emotions from your financial decisions. Start running mental models before you act. Always pause before taking action. Start unlearning some of those old ways of thinking about money and really embrace these new lessons. Because the path to financial freedom isn't about how old you are. It's about what you choose to learn and apply, starting right now. So, what was the most surprising lesson for you from this video? I'd love to hear it in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content like this, and definitely hit that notification bell so you don't miss out. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.